Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. Real quick before the video, I wanted to let you know that we have new Bajheera Games and Gains Twitch shirts available for sale. So these shirts are going to be on sale, I believe, until about April 14th. And they look pretty sick. You got your weights, you got your keyboard and mouse, you got your controllers on there, and you got that good old Games and Gains on there. I think these shirts look sick. Huge shout outs to Indie Mouse for designing these. Once again, making some great looking shirts. And like I said, these are on sale now. We've set our goal at 100, which is pretty lofty goal. But I think you guys will like these shirts, and I hope you guys decide to pick them up if they're up your alley. Sports your love for Games and Gains. Thanks for the support. Hope you like the shirts, and thanks for watching, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Bajheera here. This video is going to be another one of my basic chest workout videos for you guys. So if you've watched a lot of my chest workouts, some of this will look familiar to you. But if you haven't seen my chest workouts or you'd like to brush up, here's what I'm up to nowadays. In terms of my fitness goals, the goals continue to be to lose body fat and hang on to as much muscle as I can. Right now, I've got my calories dialed down a little bit lower, so we're closer to 2,400 rather than 2,500. Some days even going to 2,300, and I'm still feeling pretty good. Without a doubt, there are strength effects in terms of losing a little bit of just raw power strength in the gym when I'm keeping my calories that low. And another thing about me is I like to go to the gym first thing in the morning, so I don't really eat anything. I just get my C4 N0 pre-workout going and hit the gym, and then I have some alpha aminos to sip on during my workout, so I'm not breaking down my muscles. But that's just a personal preference kind of thing. I feel like if you had like a meal or a couple meals before you go to the gym, you might have a little bit better energy. But for me, honestly, it works better with my attitude, my schedule, my momentum for the day to just get up and get to the gym. So that's what I've been doing recently. But anyway, interestingly enough, a lot of times when I'm dieting, I end up not feeling good at the gym. I end up like, well, at least in the past, sometimes I'll end up feeling flat or like really weak, and it's frustrating. And right now, even though my strength isn't, where it would be if I was eating more calories, I'm honestly still feeling good workouts. I'm in a good headspace and at the gym. I still feel like I get a good pump. I'm still enjoying my workouts, so that's like the main thing for me. But for this chest workout, the goal, as always for me, is to try and work with weights that allow me to engage my muscles the way that I want to. I'm not in the gym to try to stick to a certain amount of weight and have that be the goal, have that be the thing that sort of determines what I'm up to. I'm really looking for more of a rep range and an effort level. And I always try to keep my effort level high, and along with a high effort level, I want my rep range to be anywhere from 8 to 12. 12 would be on the lighter side of things, where I feel like I can get to 12 fairly easily. And then for the 8 rep range, I'm going to get a little bit heavier. So what I ended up doing for this workout is I did some nice warm-up sets. That's another thing when I'm dieting, as I definitely take a longer time to get warmed up. But I'm allowing myself to do that. I know that I feel better once I get warmed up, and so I'm taking my time with that. So I'm doing lots of warm-up sets. But then in terms of the sets of 8, I'm getting up to 205, and that's about as heavy as I'll go. A lot of times, even in the past, I was doing 225 for sets of like 12 when I was bulking, and that felt really good and felt really fun. And right now, even though that's not an option for me, what I still want to do is get good quality reps out of this. So I mean, I'm working hard. I'm not I'm not just putting easy weight on there and going through the motions here. I'm definitely giving it a solid effort. But the effort is a mental effort in terms of the intensity of lifting the weights, but a lot of it is the intensity of actively using your muscles, actively flexing your muscles against this weight to make that weight that you're working with sink in as much as possible. Now, even with my current strength, if I wanted to, I could probably do a little bit better in terms of just blasting this weight off my chest, moving it really fast, and getting more reps in than just 8. But like I said, that's not really the goal for me. When I feel like I use this expression a lot, letting the weight sink in. That's kind of one of the things I'm thinking about. So I am going a little bit slower than that I'm capable of. I'm definitely actively trying to flex the muscle as hard as I can, trying to feel what it feels like for that muscle to go through a full range of motion contraction. And now on all these reps, and when I mean full range of motion, I'm not making sure that I have to have the weight touch my chest and go all the way up, lock my arms, because I'm not going to lock my arms anyway. But the main focus here is to get a good stretch and squeeze. And in order to do that, I don't have to have this weight go all the way down to my chest, right? I can get a good stretch right about there and bring the weight all the way up to, where I'm bringing it right now. And for me, that's getting me a really good stretch and squeeze in my chest. and I'm feeling good about that. Obviously, there are other muscles involved. You can see my triceps working. You know, there's your front delts a little bit in these pushing movements, which sort of brings another thing up. I do think I'm making good progress in terms of my body fat loss. I'm not losing weight really fast, but then again, the diet that I've got myself on right now isn't designed to do that. A diet that will drop your weight faster is also gonna put more of a strain on your training and more of a strain on your body, and even more of a strain on you mentally. Your calories are going to be low. You're not going to have as good of an attitude. I mean, if you can keep a good attitude and you can keep that intensity and that motivation on extremely low calories, that's amazing, and more power to you. But for me personally, during my dieting phase, working out and going to the gym and all of this is an important part of my mental state. And I do want to continue to enjoy my workouts along with make progress. So rather than doing hard and fast dieting, is I will start my diet a long ways out. So even at this point right now, my competition date would be the 4th of July is the one that I've been looking at. So I still have plenty of time in order to diet down for that. So I don't feel a need to diet extremely fast or extremely hard and put my body through insane low carb periods and do that. I feel like I can do what I'm doing, which is essentially a nice gentle carb cycling where I feel like I get everything that I need and enjoy the foods that I eat, even though they are a lot of times similar foods. I enjoy the foods that I eat. There are a couple days in a row where I'll do a lower carb day, and then before something like a leg day, I'll bring my carbs up a little bit just to get a little bit more energy and to keep my body a little bit on its toes in terms of what sort of macronutrients it's receiving. And for me, that's been feeling really good. And even on my lower carb days, I'm not going down to 0 to 30 carbs like I used to. It's really more like 100. So I'm not just absolutely carb depleting, but most of my carbs that I get are from vegetables, and I'm at the point where even if it's like fiber, I just throw it in my MyFitnessPal. If it says it's a carb, it's a carb. Carbohydrate, even if it's fiber, does count towards your calories for the day. So I'm just keeping it consistent, counting even things like vegetable carbohydrates as my carb calculation. And on those days, I'll do about 100 carbs and 100 fat as well. Keeping my protein fairly consistent at 250. I try to eat at least 250 grams of protein a day, and that's been working for me just fine. So right now, my diet's feeling good, my training's going well, and I think that's manifesting in good body fat loss while hanging on to more muscle than I feel like I've had during a dieting phase before. So I feel like as long as I pay attention to my body, and as long as I find out the times where it's like, okay, this would be a good time to dial the calories down a little bit. I feel like I can go without 100 extra calories and just keep pushing. So that's where I am right now. Still feeling good. Still feel like I'm making progress. Still feel like I'm looking good. Still planning on doing my first sort of bodybuilding physique competition. I will be competing in physique. I think that'd be a good place for me to start. Definitely can focus on getting lean. Don't have to worry about trying to pack on too much muscle, because at this point, this is about as big as I'm ever gonna be from now on. I feel like, and unless I'm getting like a really good carb refeed, in which case I'll look a little more full in terms of my muscles. But I think what I'm working with right now is definitely a physique rather than a bodybuilding physique. Although I do really like to train legs, and my legs are really starting to show. In about, I guess it's like what I'm recording this video on the 8th. I guess I can probably end up recording another physique progress update for you guys here pretty soon, maybe in like the next week or so. So we can take a look at where I am and give away that, announce the winner of the C4 giveaway. So that won't be until the end of the month, but maybe we'll do one a little early just to keep you guys in the loop. But all in all, I'm pretty happy. I'm training hard. I feel like I'm in a good rhythm. Been going to the gym just about every day, and if I'm not going to the gym, I'm at my house just doing some stuff like some push-ups and some free weights at the house, just staying loose, feeling good, giving my body a little bit of a day to rest, but at the same time, still getting some exercise, still getting some blood moving, and still getting that good mental focus time that I need in order to get through everything else that we've got going on, which is a lot of really cool things that I'm excited to share with you guys. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for doing so, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!